Welcome everybody to the 30th PokeGuardian podcast. Hope you guys are all doing well. Today we've got a special guest with us. So we've got Ryan from Brage Gaming and Kado Collectibles. Hello, Ryan.
Hello guys, how you doing?
And as usual, I'm joined by Zakariya as well.
Hello everybody.
So yeah, really great to have Ryan back on the podcast. He is one of our regulars and always adds some fantastic knowledge and opinions to the podcast as well. Shall we start as usual? Let's start with our card pickups. So Zakariya, do you want to talk to us about what you've picked up since our last podcast?
Yeah, sure. I've picked up a lot of special cards, which I made a video of, a mail video on my PrimalLugia YouTube channel. In summary, I've purchased a lot of EV Heroes V special art cards, no VMAX sadly, because they're a little bit expensive right now, a little bit too expensive for my taste, but I will absolutely regret not picking them up. I regret now not picking them up earlier. When they will reprint, I don't know. Will they ever reprint? I sadly don't know. I hope it will. But at this stage, they don't need to reprint EV Heroes. Why? Because they've reprinted all the cards in terms of playability except for Jolteon VMAX. Jolteon VMAX is not part of EV Heroes in the set, but as a promo. So hopefully, yeah, let's hope for an EV Heroes reprint. Discussion aside, I've picked up some many nice stuff. This is featured in the mail video. Nice. I had this at hand, and this is the special, the CSR, the character super rare Starmie V with a Misty, and this is a very cheap card to get, but in my opinion, a very nice card.
Yeah, I love the
card. It is beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful card. Stunning artwork. I think it's underrated.
I think it's underrated.
Yeah, I agree with you. Starmie and Misty, like two iconic, like an iconic duo. In 5 years, this card is going to be so expensive, isn't it? You can just tell a mile off.
Yeah. And I just love the perspective of the artwork as well. You know, the bird's eye view, yes. And there's a lot going on in it, but it's not very complex. It looks simple, but there's a lot going on in the card at the same time. It's balance of artwork is just fantastic. How the artist has captured it.
Yeah, they've definitely used the space on the cards very well.
Yeah.
And this is one of those cards you can get away with in English because it's so busy. The texturing will not be as prominent.
Yeah.
You know, as certain Japanese full art cards. But again, you know, is
that an English card, Zach? Is that an English card you got?
No,
this is a Japanese one.
That is Battle Region, and the only downside is this has I think true print lines. You can almost play tic-tac-toe with this card. But that aside, yeah, I've picked up some other stuff. This one was gifted by me by a friend from Pokemon League, a very nice friend. This is an Italian.
I think I mentioned it sounded like an Italian footballer's name.
Tuoni Perduti.
He won the World Cup.
But yeah, I very appreciate it. Also, he gave me this one as well.
Stunning playmat.
Oh wow, that's the Akira Igawa playmat from Bilbao, I think.
Yes, he picked it up from regionals recently. Again, I am very surprised. He gifted it to me. Said, "You are the Omnium fan. You did so much for me. Here it is." And I couldn't believe it. I refused initially because I said, "I can't accept that." But he said, "Yeah, have it." Again, you know the story with Akira Igawa, stunning artist. I think a lot of Japanese people will want this playmat, and not necessarily because they don't know it, but if they see that in any time, they will pay a lot of money probably for this playmat. We can get it easily because we live in this area, this Europe. But I am over the moon, very happy with this playmat. One of my favorite playmats to have. Yeah, why isn't this more available everywhere? But that's the allure of this as well. It is exclusively limited to regionals. Very happy. That is, yeah. What did you want to say, Ryan?
I need to start my playmat collection because I don't have any. But there's so many really nice exclusive Japanese ones, like the Naruto one that's just come out.
Yes,
it was a Greninja one. And I noticed today on the Pokemon Center in the US and in the UK as well, actually, there's a couple of really exclusive artworks there as well, which are really nice.
Yeah, for example, the Alola Vulpix stuff, that is art reused. Same goes for the Trainers collection. It is artwork reused from Japan, from the Pokemon Center. And that is very interesting. It's what they do for a lot of these merchandise from the Pokemon Center USA. Not everything, but some of them are Japan reused art, which is fantastic. Will they do any Mario Pikachu? Probably not. No. But
if only any Poncho Pikachu, I'd be really happy with.
They did do the evil. They did do the evil teams Pikachu merchandise.
Yeah, that's right.
And the Poncho evolution from a couple years ago. That is interesting. But yeah, that is some of my mill pickups and you guys.
Yeah, how about yourself, Ryan? Since your last visit to a podcast,
I picked up this wonderful card here, Taj. I'm glad you asked. I don't know if this is one you have in your collection at all, Taj.
No, that's the card that you promised to give to me for free, but you were charging me 10,000 delivery fee.
Don't remember that, Taj. Anyway, this is my my PSA 10 Masked Royal. Did you know there's only 100 of these in existence, and obviously a lot less in a PSA 10? I don't think I've mentioned it before. I wanted to save this story for the podcast. You see,
I think I've heard that somewhere. I don't know where, but numerous times. Me. It's like deja vu.
I'm not sure I can get a very good focus on it. But it's okay. I'll see if I can get a picture for you online at some point. I'm sure I've got some knocking about somewhere. Yeah, just wanted to show off that little card for everybody. Really, pop it back in its case now. It lives in here actually. It lives in this. I've got it's like a steel. And it's got a little clip on it, and it has one space for one PSA card. There you go.
So that's how you look after your prized possession PSA card, everyone.
Yeah. So if you come to steal it, it's in this box, and it's just here on my desk. No, I actually don't keep it at home, guys. I keep it away from my house in a safe somewhere. But yeah. Anyway, I did actually get an actual card this week. I had a bit of a VMAX Climax luck finally. And I've not had much luck with my boxes, but I did get the Mimikyu in my last box.
Excellent.
Oh, nice.
So I'm very happy with that. Obviously, it can't really focus, but one of my favorite cards from the set, and I'm really happy to finally add that to my collection. It's not one I picked up, so I'm really happy with that.
Brilliant.
There we are. How about you, Taj? What have you had this week?
Yeah, as some of you might have been aware, me and Nahal opened a box of Astral Radiance, and we pulled this gold
nice
Temple of Sinnoh, which is a very, very nice card indeed. So very happy with that. As far as pickups are concerned, I got delivery from Japan, which, because of the issues going on around the world, airspace over certain areas is closed. So getting mail from Japan is very limited. And I instead of picking a premium shipping service, I accidentally picked send me my mail via a container ship. Back in April.
Taj, I've done that this week by accident as well.
So yes,
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, so yeah, it took 8 weeks to get here.
Oh, really?
Yes. So this is what I got. I got 3 of these because one of my good friends recommended picking these up quite cheap. So I managed to get 3 more of these for my collection. I pulled 2 originally when the 25th anniversary set came out. So happy with that. And my good friend, Pokemon Promos, who lives out in Sendai, he helped me. He was in a shop purchasing vintage cards. And I said, do they have any more left? Because the prices were crazy. And he says, yeah. I said, well, just get me anything you can find and 1 of each. And he did. And he sent me a huge bundle, which is going to be in my next mail video, which I recorded last week, but I forgot to put on my YouTube channel. I haven't had a chance to edit it. But talking of Misty and Starmie, I finally got the banned Misty card.
Nice.
Which is very nice indeed. So
very
glad
nice
to have that in my collection.
Now we can't upload the video for the podcast. Thanks, Taj.
you can upload the video for the podcast. And he also sent me this fantastic base set, Gyarados.
Oh, wow.
Which is stunning. And in that same package, I'd purchased this in Japan, talking of playmats, and this is the main reason I'd done an order from the Pokemon Center Japan. If I can get this open, I'll show you guys my playmat. We don't usually do playmats, and we've done...
They're coming out with some really nice playmats, though.
Yeah. First of all, before I show you that one,
nice.
I got this really nice playmat in the post recently.
Let's go. I got one of those somewhere.
But no, this is... I missed out on it first time round. But
it's very nice.
It's the offshoot, trainer's offshoot playmat, which is absolutely stunning. So I will be using that in future backgrounds in my videos. And just finally, it's not Pokemon, but it's something that I'm very proud to have pulled. Is this? I don't know if you guys know what this card is.
Yes,
It's the super rare Alphamon, which is, I think, 1 per pallet pull rate. And when I first pulled this, it was selling on certain shops for 150,000 yen. It's currently about 110,000 yen. So a very, very insane pull. This is from my first box of BT10 I opened.
Taj, how dare you get out your insanely rare card that everyone's already seen on Twitter?
Yeah. So look, I've sleeved it. I've put it in a one touch, and then I've put a
Do you need a case? I've got a really good recommendation. If you
send me a link after the podcast.
A box for that.
So those are my pickups. So a bit longer than usual, but that's I think it was definitely worthwhile. Everyone's got some amazing cards today. So we'll move on. Let's go to the first topic of discussion. So there's a rumor of the upcoming set and products called VSTAR Universe, Paradin Trigger, and a special deck set, Charizard VSTAR versus Rayquaza VMAX. So a lot of interest here, interesting stuff. So looking at the article which Zakariya published on the 15th of June, we've got some new information, and I think this has come from our usual source, hasn't it, Zakariya?
Yes, it does.
Who gets distributed information, and it's always very reliable. We obviously can't. Can we confirm this 100% just yet?
We can confirm Paradigm Trigger and the V-Star Universe. That is confirmed 100% now. Yeah.
So there we go. So October 21st, we're expecting Paradigm Trigger. It's going to be 150 yen per pack. One booster box is going to have 30 packs in it. So it's not going to be one of the smaller sets. It'll be one of the sort of main sets. So I doubt it's going to have the CHRs or the CSRs. And I doubt very much it's going to have the mirror foil cards that we've been getting. So this year has been quite a nice trend. They've been doing every other set has been like we've had Battle Region, and then we had what was the recent one we had?
Dark Phantasma.
Dark Phantasma, yes, that's the one. We're in sort of like enhanced expansion, slim boxes, 20 packs. You get a mirror foil, and you had the CSR and CHRs in them, which I thought was a nice twist. Every other month you're getting something different.
Yeah. I completely agree. They were really cool just to have something completely different every other month to the 2-box set that we had.
Absolutely. And it reminded me a bit of Sun and Moon era as well, where we used to get occasionally those in sort of smaller enhanced expansion packs like Ultra Force and Shining Legends. And, they were slightly different to the norm. So it's nice having those sets. We're also going to get some deck shields. Now, this is a very, very interesting, and Zakariya is very excited about this. The same day as this set comes out, which seems to suggest we've got Zakariya's favourite Pokemon in this set. We're going to get deck shields featuring Lugia, Regieleki, and Regidrago going on sale, as well as a deck case as well featuring the same 3 Pokemon. So the deck shields, so the sleeves are 720 yen, deck box 362 yen, so regular price you'd expect for these products. But Zakariya, tell us, when you read about this and heard this, what were your thoughts? Was it finally?
The last couple of sets of Sword and Shield.
Yes.
One of them has your Pokemon in it.
I've waited patiently. They knew what asset they had with Lugia.
Yeah.
And don't go anywhere, because we are covering the next topic. It is more in depth of a product related to Paradigm Trigger. But there's not much more to add. Paradigm Trigger is coming. It's a main set. But again, Lugia, Regieleki, and Regidrago merchandise, regular merchandise connected to this. It is blatantly saying something. Again, now we know Lugia V is confirmed. Again, we are talking about in the next topic. But again, this is so exciting, honestly. And yeah, speaking of some exciting products, Tash, can you cover the next product? Because
Yes.
this can be very interesting.
Yeah, definitely. So November the 4th, we've got the Sword and Shield special deck set. Charizard V-Star versus Rayquaza VMAX. 5,000 yen deck set. So this seems to suggest it's like almost like one of those high-class super playable decks that will be super competitive. But we all know Rayquaza is a very, very playable card. Charizard's V-Star, people sort of really like that as well. This is quite exciting. Not only is it that they're bringing VMAX back again, we thought VMAX would have been done with VMAX Climax, but we've had VMAX cards come back several times since then.
They
so
practically called it VMAX over forever, and then the next two sets, it's back.
It's back. So yeah, interesting news about that one. Do you want me to talk about the rest as well that we've got, or should we talk about this particular item?
This product name is very interesting because the last special deck set was the shiny Eternatus and Zacian decks. We are back again. But what I wanted to say is, the special deck set. The name is very interesting because the last year deck was also named similarly. It was the shiny Zacian and Zamazenta special deck set, and these were shiny. So there's a rumor going around that they are shiny as well. At least that's what I'm hearing, but we don't have any confirmation.
It would make perfect sense. Definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I was thinking,
but the shiny Zamazenta and shiny Zacian were linked into the game as well, weren't they? Because those two Pokemon weren't available as shinies up until that point.
Correct.
So we had the gold cards as substitutes in sets rather than shiny versions of them. And then when they were finally released, that's when they brought that deck out to tally up with the game. So yeah, could make sense that they're doing that with this, but that had a particular reason for being shiny.
Yes.
So yeah, I it could be 50-50, I think, personally.
Time will tell.
Shiny.
So the other sets
time will
we
tell,
had, sorry guys, did we have the Gengar and the Inteleon? They were separate decks, right?
Yeah.
They were starter decks.
Yeah, but you could also get the special art card in those, couldn't you?
Yes.
Have we had any sort of decks from Japan where it didn't have like a special element to it, like a shiny Pokemon or a special art card? Has that happened?
The Lucario V-Star versus Darkrai V-Star, they did not have any, I think, higher rarity cards.
Yeah.
I see. So it could potentially just be Charizard V-Star and Rayquaza VMAX then.
I personally think because it's called special deck set, there is no gacha element to this product.
Yeah.
But again, we don't know. We are just speculating. We are just going off by a product name.
Yeah.
But maybe they have something different in mind.
Interesting.
Literally, time will tell.
Will be revealed.
Yeah.
So, moving on, we have got a very interesting product. December the 2nd, by the looks of it, sees the release of our high class set for this year, which is Pokemon card game Sword and Shield High Class Packs V-Star Universe. 500 yen a pack, one booster box contains 10 packs, consistent with what we've seen with high class sets recently. Yes. Very excited about this. V-Star Universe. We're getting Lugia as well. Shiny Lugia. Is there going to be a shiny Lugia in this set? Zakariya can wish. But yes, I'm super excited. Obviously, this is now technically, I think this is going to be the last year, obviously, of Sword and Shield TCG, because we're going to move on to Scarlet and Violet from January. So this will be like a huge hurrah for Sword and Shield. So we might see some cards coming back from previous years, and we could see some new Pokemon as well being printed. What's going to be the super rarity in this? We saw CHRs and CSRs last year, shiny Pokemon the year before. Are we going to see a reintroduction of certain shinies? It's interesting. I mean, what do you guys sort of speculate, Zakariya? What do you think the high class set this year is going to bring? They've surprised us a couple of times, haven't they?
Yes, this is the last set of the year, by the way. Next year, from what I've heard, will be Scarlet and Violet, the base set. But this set, I think, considering they've trademarked it quite early again,
Yeah.
similar to VMAX Climax, is saying something. They are probably doing it quite as big as VMAX Climax. The only thing what I'm speculating is how they treat VSTAR cards in a way that it's going to be enjoyable, because with VSTARs there's a huge VSTAR how do you say it, window, gap, the purple space gap showing the V-Star move, and will they remove it for any special arts or any of that matter, or will they bring in like gold cards with all the treatment? So that's my main concern. But if they will return CSR cards, would be great. If they will do a special art set, would be great as well. But again, they can't back down from special arts. I think that is something they can never, they will never go away unless they have something bigger and better in mind. But yeah, very hyped set already.
Ryan, your thoughts?
It's just what are they going to do that's different, really? Would you guys want to see more shiny Pokemon? Is that something you'd be interested to see?
I think it depends on how it's done, really. I mean, I think when they did it the first time, when we had Ultra Shiny GX,
it was amazing, wasn't it? I remember
it
being
was
there.
It was amazing. It was great.
Crazy.
The cards were fantastic, and then they sort of redid it again, and it was like,
Shiny
okay, we've seen this before. It's not new. And it almost was a bit flat. But I think last year, with the way they did things with CHRs and CSRs, again, was a fresh idea. So if they can, I mean, but how many fresh ideas can they come up with on a regular basis every year? So as Zakariya is saying, for me, the rule box at the bottom of a V-Star card, that sort of purple V-Star move, takes up a quarter of the card almost. So it's how do you do a V-Star card with a unique artwork, but still ensure you've got that V-Star move in it. But with it taking up so much of the card, how do you sort of incorporate a special art or a CSR style artwork? It's just,
they've not done anything with V-Stars yet, have they? Like VMAXs, we've had special arts, we've had shiny VMAXs, but with V-Star, we've not had anything. They've not done anything.
Gold treatment, isn't it? I mean, they've done the hyper rare and the ultra rare, and that's about it. So, again, a lot
something a bit more interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing we all three of us have got in common is that we're not really big, huge fans of the rainbow and the gold card treatment. We're more appreciate cards with the creative artwork on it, and there's large chunks of the community who in the last few years have started being more conscious about artwork on cards as well. Regardless of the rarity of a card, people have started to really look into the artwork as have done for quite a while. So it'd be interesting to see what they do. I think they're aware now, having done CHRs and CSRs, how well that was received in the community and how people love that style of artwork and rarities. And they've continued it this year. So let's see what they do with the V-Stars. It'll be interesting, I think.
Maybe we'll get like a shiny character rare. Maybe that would be something that they could possibly. Because like you said, they can't drop the special arts now. It's too good. If we ever lost special arts, I think the interest would really drop. Like when a new set starts, like Scarlet and Violet, if they don't include something interesting like that from the beginning, which they don't normally, then I think it could be quite a hard start after the novelty of the new mechanic wears out.
I think they do use the first year, the hype from the video game and the hype of new Pokemon. They use that to carry the first year without adding too much interest, and they save the good stuff for year 2 and year 3 to get people the continuing to invest in that the franchise for that continuing 2 years. So the first year they'll just use the hype of the new set, the new game to carry it through, I think. So I'm not expecting anything super exciting next year after this set.
Sure.
As far as rarities are concerned. But, they could always surprise us.
I think also this is the first time for a little while that we've had a December set, which is Sword and Shield, and then the new generation starts in the January. Usually we get the new generation starting the December, I believe.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
that's changed as well. We can now see all the products for the rest of the year, right up until the high class pack, and that'll take us up until the well, there's another card collection I'm sure we'll talk about just now. But apart from that, there's we can see everything that's coming now.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's interesting for me about this, as you've just mentioned, is that the game we're expecting sort of November, because they always release that for the Christmas hype in time for parents and people to buy the game for individuals for Christmas. So we'd expect the game to come out in November. Usually we have a concurrent set release in Japan, sort of late December, and the high class set would come out end of October, mid November. So yeah, this is a strange move. It's a month later than we'd expect. So again, remember, Christmas isn't huge in Japan. We have had sets release in Japan on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, even certain franchises. So we could have Scarlet and Violet released before the year end anyway, potentially. Christmas week in Japan. So that'll be interesting to see. But moving on, December 16th, we have got 3 new products coming out. Pokemon card game Sword and Shield jumbo card collections, one for Lapras, 1,800 yen, one for Mew, 1,800 yen, and one for Latias, 1,800 yen as well. Now, what are these related to? Are they related to this era of the set, or are they related to Scarlet and Violet? We don't, not too sure.
Do we have a Latias V? Yeah, we do, right? Latias?
I don't think we don't.
Oh, we don't? Oh, okay.
We've had Latias and Latios released recently as holos. I remember that.
Right.
I don't think we've had a V since the Latios and Latias tag team.
Jumbo
GX.
card collection Latias. What could that be then? That's very intriguing.
I think we've had the specials VMAX sets each year. I think it's like a blister or anything, some sort of like that, which maybe some VSTAR Universe cards displayed in a nice row with a jumbo card and maybe some promo of those specific Pokemon on there. I think it will be very nice for display.
Yeah.
And I think it's similar, probably similar to that. Yeah.
That does make a lot of sense, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's surprising it's 2 weeks away from that. Usually those kind of products you'd expect to be released the same day as a high class pack. So interesting, yeah.
No specifics, sadly, yet.
Yeah. So when we do get more info, we'll talk about it on a future podcast. So that's that's the rumors for those sets. So moving on, we have got a mystery box with promo packs confirmed with Lugia V, as we've mentioned, and Diamond Clan, Pearl Clan special set. First information has been revealed as well. So this was sort of 17th of June, not so long ago, just a couple of days before, well, yesterday. Yesterday evening. So we've seen the sell. You've seen the sell sheet. Plus, this time you can confirm the first details of 2 new items. So the mystery box. It's going to be released October 21st at a cost of 2,750 yen, and it'll be released the same day as Paradigm Trigger set. So that's interesting. That price is similar to what people were paying for the high-class Gengar and Inteleon boxes. Yeah. They're each around that price. So very similar price. Mystery box will come with a promo pack that contains 1 of 4 guaranteed V cards, with Lugia V confirmed as one of the 4 promos. A random 1 out of 4 deck box and deck sleeves are also included in the mystery box. Finally, it comes with 7 packs of Paradigm Trigger. Interesting product. Quite a unique product. So they've done a bit of a twist on what they had before. So during Eevee Heroes, we had the sort of blister pack where you had a promo pack and 1 of 4 promos in there, and some packs of Eevee Heroes. And in the previous year, we had one as well, didn't we? Which had Cramorant V.
Yes,
the VMAX one.
Sorry, yeah, and we had Delmice VMAX, Morpeko VMAX, and I think it was Cinderace VMAX in that one.
They called the VMAX special set.
Yeah, that's it, VMAX special set. So this seems to be a similar type of product, but different in the sense that you're getting deck sleeves and boxes in here as well, and it's going to be random. So it is a total mystery box. You don't know what you're getting.
Yes, the also is comparable to the jumbo packs, which contain an alternative artwork V card.
That's correct.
With the Kyrex V and the Pikachu V.
Yep.
But yeah, it includes 1 out of 4 random deck box and deck sleeves, which is indeed a new concept of product. And the product description says that, again, you don't know what you get. Each deck box and deck sleeves has a Lugia or similar design. So what it might indicate is that it is Lugia heavy.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure.
Too much, Lugia. Too much.
Again, I will be feasting.
Where's Ho-Oh? The one that didn't have to be revived by a flute.
It's not relevant.
The one that actually gave life to the legendary dogs.
What I can see is that they will include Lugia, Ho-Oh as a regular V, and then that Lugia takes it will be the poster child of the set. Why I'm saying this is not a joke. It is actually on the dummy pack Lugia on Paradigm Trigger. So that is very interesting. Again, like I said, all this stuff indicates that Paradigm Trigger is a Lugia heavy set. And personally, again, as a Lugia collector myself, I am very happy. But VSTAR Universe and Paradigm Trigger, one set after each other, my wallet won't take that. So I'll have to make I'll just buy them both at the end. But yeah, I'm very excited and a very cool concept of product.
Absolutely. So yeah, interesting product, that one. So we'll wait and see. October 21st, that one. Diamond Clan special set, Pearl Clan special set as well. These two products, which feature Pokemon Legends Arceus characters Adaman and Irida, will be released on December the 2nd. Remember that date? We mentioned it earlier on. And will cost 5,000 yen each. It'll be released on the same day as High Class Pack VSTAR Universe set. So yes, special set comes with 1 card file, 1 card display frame, 1 set of deck sleeves, and lastly 4 packs of High Class Pack VSTAR Universe. Sounds very similar to the Pokemon Go Mewtwo box that we've recently got.
Yes.
So that seems to be quite a popular product. I mean, it's one that I haven't managed to secure for myself just yet. Managed to get the file case, but not this. Not that. But yeah, I think the display frames have been really well received since they were released in the Pokemon Center Japan. Really premium products, great way to display your cards. And I think a lot of people love them, and having the different new designs come out regularly. And I think they did one of the shops in Japan when they did Arceus Legends had an exclusive pre-order bonus of the Arceus Legends frame for their particular benefit. So they were really popular as well. But yes, I think it's going to be a hugely popular product, especially considering the fact it's going to have 4 packs of High Class VSTAR Universe in there as well. You're going to get deck sleeves, display frame, and a card file as well. So, from a collector's point of view, I think the card file might have artwork on there based on either of the 2 clans, or it might have something related to VSTAR Universe. Again, either way, I think there'll be a popular bit of artwork for sure on those.
What I did see on the artwork was on a dummy pack is the packaging contained the character artwork, the deck sleeves contained artwork, and the card file contained artwork of the character. The display frame did not contain any character art, but it was colored in the same theme. So again, maybe there's some similar style going on.
So you'd say they are different card display frames, probably.
Who knows? but they are probably the same one as this one.
Yeah.
I'm glad they've realized that the display frames are so good, and that they've started putting them in sets like this. And I hope long may it continue. I've got some here. I got one here. Long may it continue, guys. That these frames turn up in little sets and things like that, and you can buy them individually as well. Absolutely. They are really fantastic, definitely.
Yeah.
Like we mentioned, I think you were the guest as well at the time. I really hope you can interchange some additional of those frames separately, because again, these are not cheap to get each time as cards, for example.
Yeah.
So I really hope they will make additional of those swappable frames.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a pack of
Yeah,
frame sleeves. I wouldn't know what to call them.
Yeah, the inserts sort of, aren't they? The sort of
Inserts, yes.
insert borders.
yes, frame
Yeah.
inserts.
Absolutely. Cool. All right. Fantastic product upcoming, as we said. So it's really exciting news.
It's a new small detail, by the way.
Yep.
These are going to be sold at Pokemon Gym stores and Pokemon Center Japan.
Yep.
So it is not going to be sold at other retailers, just those two. So Pokemon
Like
Gym
the,
stores.
sorry, Zach. Like the Eevee box and like the Mani
Yes.
box as well.
Yep.
Yes, only specific stores, like Pokemon League store equivalents in Japan will get them here. Pokemon Gym stores.
Cool. Excellent.
Brilliant. Okay, this next bit of news is a bit out of, caught us a bit off guard. It's Pikachu on the Ball is going to be available at Game UK stores. So this one, I don't think anyone saw this coming. So I think a lot of people were extremely frustrated when the original on the ball promos came out. It was evident that you could get all four from the four, 3 starters and Eevee from Game. You started off with the Eevee one, and then you got each of the Galarian starters. But what had happened was there's a delay, obviously, in those releases. But they did mention at the time you'd get the 4 promos from Game, and then the Pikachu was only going to be available through the futsal program. And everyone thought, right, okay, that is it. So when they started rolling out at the beginning of this year to the futsal program groups, we had a lot of organizers who organize these futsal clubs selling these promos on eBay and other places, and they were going for very high prices. And everyone assumed, right, limited print, limited availability, and people bought the cards, sent them off for grading. Some got them express graded, and thought that's it. And then now suddenly, this news just came out of nowhere. 27th of May, we had an update that it's going to be available later on this year from Game. No confirmed dates, just mentions winter 2022. But it will be the same as every other promo. Spend £15 in store and you'll get 1 promo. They're very strict about how they handed these out, and it was strictly one per customer. And what they were trying to do is make sure that you had a free game reward card or a game elite card that they could verify whether you'd got one or not. But online, there was no restriction as far as I remember. They're only available in game stores in England, but if you live in the UK, in Scotland, Wales, or Northern Ireland, you could order them online with with selected products. You got a chance to get these. So yeah, interesting news. It's obviously going to then. Some people had obviously thought these were super rare. I purchased one at an affordable price, which I'm not disgruntled about what I paid because I didn't pay premium for it. But and I think, to be fair, this is still going to be worth what I paid for it in a few years' time, being what it is. It's still quite an exclusive card, but the print run's obviously going to be higher than anyone anticipates. So that's going to have an impact in the short to medium term about value of this card. But we don't really talk about value too much. We are not speculators of card value, but the rarity wise,
mine cost me £4,000.
Oh, that's a shame, Ryan, that you paid.
I'm joking. I only had to beat a small child. It's fine.
But yes, it is one of those cards. I think this whole set is been quite unique. It's only been available in England, as we said, and the home nations. If you purchased online, there has been a lot of interest internationally for it as well. So I think it's one of those sets similar to the Adidas football promo cards in Japan in the past, where initially, you'll see a certain number of cards, but then because of it, the theme of it, football, soccer for North Americans, is the most popular game in the world. So the crossover between Pokemon and this is going to have collectors wanting this card in years to come as well. So definitely worth trying to get hold of if you can. When this releases at Game, if you live in the UK and live in England, definitely worth trying to get one for yourself. Add it to your collection. I think it's definitely worth getting hold of.
Absolutely. It's nice having a UK exclusive card.
Yeah, and it'd be
Not-
interesting, and
yeah.
hopefully they can expand this to have other regional exclusives. I mean, we had special delivery Bidoof, which was a USA Pokemon Center exclusive. You had to get the code
Sure.
for it, and that and then if you were sent the code, you can use that code to redeem it, and it was one per person, so very exclusive. There's also the special delivery Pikachu as well, I think. So those were North American exclusive, Canada and USA. But it'd be nice to see more regional exclusives, especially for some of the popular countries in Europe which play Pokemon as well. Spain, the Netherlands, Germany, France. There are big communities of Pokemon players in these countries, which would benefit from having a regional exclusive. And again, it just encourages the whole theme of Pokemon as well. Trading. That's what it's about. Trading different regional variants with your friends over international borders to complete your set. So I think it's something that's I've definitely enjoyed collecting these cards, being someone who can readily go and get them, and helping some of my friends abroad get hold of them as well. But it's it's definitely been a fun product, and long may it continue with different regions as well, I think.
Agreed.
Cool. Okay, let's have a look at our next news article, which is the P-Lab Project Mischievous Pichu Promo, which was revealed. That came out in Japan. I think it was released, was it the 25th to the 30th of May? We had promos.
I think it dropped, that period again. It started,
Correct.
I think, at Granith online store exclusively first.
Yep.
And I think later on, I think May 30,
Yep.
then it was also widely available at Pokemon Center Japan.
Yeah, and it's quite easily available as well. It wasn't one of those promos that sort of immediately was out of stock. The people, you could quite hours afterwards, you can quite easily go and make a purchase, and there was no limit. It wasn't a minimum spend. Purchase an item, and they'll automatically add it to your cart. So yeah, great product. And it's the first time Pichu had a reprint since, was it 2009, Zakariya?
Yeah, 2009,
Yeah.
since Hot Gold or Silver base set in Japan.
Yeah, so that's a long time since Pichu's had a card, and this artwork is great. It's a Pokemon Snap style artwork, isn't it? With a frame around it, taking a picture of.
Yeah.
What is with that frame, with this sort of photo frame it's got on there? Is that something to do with the Granif? Are they do we know?
I know Granif is a fashion brand, but I don't know specifically what the whole photo shoot thing is all about.
Okay.
But it looks nice.
It does look very nice. I really like it. It's a fantastic card.
It's a beautiful card. Yeah.
There's a whole story on the Granif site explaining every detail about this collaboration. Probably there's something that's covering this specific camera photo frame, but again, there's a whole story dedicated to this.
Yeah.
And what is also very interesting is a collaboration with not only Pokemon, but Hajime Shacho. This person, I don't know exactly who he is, but he is a very, very famous Pokemon YouTuber in Japan. And he even got to host some of the Pokemon Japan Championships last week. So, very big move for him. Very big move. Yeah. I think he has like 2 million subscribers.
Wow. It's very popular out in Japan. And what's really interesting is the clothing and products that this was available on featured the actual card printed on T-shirts, tote bags, mugs.
In
English.
Yeah, which was really interesting.
Whereas the card is Japanese, right? But all the merch they've done is in English. Is that
I think
correct?
so. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So are they going to bring the card out in English? They've done all the work.
Exactly. So
but
yeah,
they did this before with merchandise, card merchandise, and it's just for the same reason we buy Japanese characters on clothing. Is cool for people in Japan to have English characters, and again, it's fashion.
Yeah,
that's good. I like
that's
that.
probably the reason of that.
But yeah, interesting product line there for sure.
Yeah.
And as we said, that promo was available through the Pokemon Center Japan as well. And it was quite readily available at the time. I think it's a great promo. I mean, I've got a few of them on the way from Japan myself. I think it's just going to age really well. It's one of those promos. I love the artwork on it, and I'd love to just have it in my folder. Yeah, from and it's quite unique after so long. Pichu's making its reappearance in a card. So that's the P-Lab Project Mischievous Pichu promo. Let's look at some statistics now. So, Pokemon's fiscal year 2021 to 2022 highlighted some extremely crazy numbers. And I know, Zakariya, in previous podcasts, we've talked about numbers before, but this is just blows it away totally.
Bizarre.
9 billion Pokemon cards sold.
And 8 billion were gaudy, super rare. That you pulled yourself.
I pulled.
Taj.
I did. Yeah, I pulled all 8 billion of those Gaudies. They're in my folder somewhere, don't they? But yes. So the Pokemon Company released their worldwide sales data for 2021-2022. So as of March 31st this year, they sold 9.1 billion Pokemon cards. So that takes the lifetime total of total Pokemon cards sold to 43.2 billion. So 20% of all Pokemon cards sold were sold in the last year. Ever.
Yeah, that's insane.
If you look at the numbers, 43.2 billion, 9 billion of those were sold in the last fiscal year. 20% of all Pokemon cards ever sold were sold in 1 year.
The scary thing is we had such a drought as well. Like, if they were able to keep up with demand, it could have quite easily probably been 11 or 12 billion cards.
Yeah,
considering the demand we had, and
that
the
is the scary thing. Absolutely. I think there was obviously, we all know there's a culmination of things driving sales of Pokemon cards. They couldn't keep up with demand. They're literally, products were selling out very, very quickly. I think there was an element of people obviously wanted to open products because they had surplus income, because a lot of people weren't able to spend their leisure money going out. So they were getting into collectibles. There's others who I think were investing because they saw what was happening with Pokemon cards. So people might have been keeping products to keep sealed. So there's various different factors. From a player point of view, the players was having to speculate: is it worth buying cards? Is it not? Because the fact that Pokemon Play events weren't taking place, so having playable decks, you didn't really need them because you couldn't use them. But from a collector point of view, it just exploded. I think absolutely ridiculous. When you compare it here, was it 3.7 billion cards the previous year? Yes. Sales difference of 5.4 billion in a year, 146% increase in sales. Absolutely insane amounts of information. So you've got a really useful diagram here showing a bit more statistics. Languages, 13 different languages Pokemon cards were sold in globally, 77 areas around the world. We obviously we have seen over the last few years Pokemon Asia specifically expanding its reach to other territories. So we had the Chinese language version in Hong Kong and Taiwan. We've had Indonesia, Thailand as well as other regions get cards which are printed in Japan or to Japanese quality, being spread out amongst the Asian nations.
By the way, they are not expanding in language, but also in territories.
Yeah.
Because a while ago I mentioned they are selling Pokemon cards down Israel, Poland, and some other countries that haven't been touched yet. So that also contributes to that, probably to the number. Yeah. But we can see more numbers being pushed that way.
Yeah.
And again, this is not for English. This is all areas, probably, because again, 77 areas being sold Pokemon cards in, and that is a lot.
It is. And when you look back at previous stats, the numbers have been increasing, but it's usually about 1 billion cards a year, roughly, there or thereabouts, 1.5 billion. And then we saw a spike in 2020 to 2021 where it jumped by 3.5 billion. and then suddenly to jump by 9 billion is just huge. That's a
Yeah.
huge incremental increase. It's obviously not going to be sustainable to grow at that rate every year, but what's to say that this year isn't going to break the records again? Quite
They've
feasibly, it will.
purchased the Millennium Print Group, TPCI. TPC is probably expanding themselves as well. Again, they are printing, like you mentioned, in other Asian languages. So that means expanding as well. All those cards, except for Korea, are printed in Japan domestically. So that is something indeed. They are probably ramping up production, and also again, for those investors, look at the numbers. They are not lying. TPCI, they can reprint products on demand, and expect products to be reprinted and in the millions.
Yeah,
that's something.
What's really interesting is recently in English we've had like Darkness Ablaze ETBs come back on sale again. Certain sets we thought weren't going to get reprints getting reprinted in small quantities, for example, like Cosmic Eclipse and some other popular sets. So it's interesting to see that. Again, there are people who invest based on thinking sets are out of print, but I think the Pokemon Company International is trying to keep the market guessing, and it reprints at randomly at some points to say, right, don't think that this set's out of print and start charging ridiculous prices reselling it, because you don't know when it's going to get reprinted. So that's an interesting policy, and it's a good one for players and collectors, because Pokemon's always been a collecting game compared to other TCGs, which you can collect at a budget to a certain extent. It has obviously increased in recent years, some of the values of cards and prices, but in comparison to other card games, it is still one of the more affordable ones to be a collector in. So, and it is a stepping stone for a lot of people, an introduction into collecting cards before they move on to other card games potentially. It's interesting that they still make it accessible for people on a budget to collect, which I think is admirable, because it is a game that adults play, but predominantly is an introduction to competitive card games for younger players as well. So to be able to reprint products, and they have based a policy in recent years as well of releasing very competitive pre-built decks as well, which I think has really been useful for younger players and collectors alike.
Yeah, I'm more surprised how they can increase the production with supply chain issues as well. So I'm very amazed how they are doing this, honestly.
Do we know if somebody like buys a deck of 60 cards, is that 60 cards that count towards the total of the 9 billion?
Yeah, they're probably every card is each card is one card. Yeah, probably.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. That's just so that includes all commons, all.
It's a lot of cards.
Makes sense.
So 9 billion cards would essentially in English be 900 million packs.
You don't consider the one that
I wonder if they count energy cards as part of those 9 billion.
Yeah,
also cards.
Or code cards as one part of those 9.
Maybe the code cards. It's still a card they've printed, I suppose.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Maybe. What they don't count is all the resold cards and all the stuff people buy off eBay or the single cards.
Exactly.
If you add it all together,
after sale market, exactly.
Oh my god, it's probably double that.
Yeah. So the actual movement of cards net, including reselling, it's like when you put Cristiano Ronaldo's combined transfer fee together. A card could be sold several times and be circulated several times between different people. That 9 billion could be several times over.
We've had the eBay Japan articles stating how much increase they had over the past, periods, and those numbers again were the exception with anniversary, but it is staggering how many resells, how many it resold outside of, again, like I said, the first market is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can see, was it on eBay? Pretty much every month, the top selling item in Japan was.
I think every quarter. Every quarter they showed. I think they stopped it.
Yeah.
Because the hype has a little bit stopped, but yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
staggering
interesting to
how.
see that Pokemon card game products
Yeah,
were top products selling.
yeah.
Okay, interesting stats. So you can read all about them on PokeGuardian. It's all on there if you want to see more stats like that. Let's move on to S10B Pokemon Go. So the set dropped
Yeah.
just yesterday in Japan. It's Saturday here now as we're recording this. So Friday, June the 17th. It's coming out in the internationally, I think. Is it next week or the week after?
June 1st.
That'd be the week after.
July 1st, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, so 2 weeks' time. Yep, so you'll start seeing it. But we've seen all the SR, HR, and UR cards. They are there for you to view on PokeGuardian. Big surprise for me is that there's only 2 special art cards in this set. And if you
Yeah.
look at the special arts in comparison to what we've had, Pokemon Go players might be excited by them because they're very much reminiscent of the Pokemon Go style artwork.
Like
But
yourself, Taj.
yeah, I mean, the thing with this set is, I mean, I I see the artwork and I'm like, yeah, it's.
I was.
I prefer the more artistic, creative drawing. This is
Yeah.
more of a CGI style. But as
Yeah.
a Pokemon Go player, listen. I play 2 to 3 hours a day on Pokemon Go, so I am very much an avid player. So I'm a Pokemon Go player and a very passionate Pokemon card game collector. So to combine the two for me, a huge excitement. Pokemon Go is still one of the most popular games around the world. Niantic makes billions every year in sales. It's a free to play game, but the amount of revenue they make is humongous. It's probably one of I'm not sure if it's the most successful game worldwide or not. Definitely the most successful mobile game as far as I'm aware. And it just continues to grow, and people have thought it's died down, but it hasn't. I think there's been a resurgence, and it's always had a continued fan base who constantly play it. And with remote raiding introduced over the pandemic, it's made people play internationally together as well, which has helped boost it up again. So looking at this set, the Pokemon are the right choices. Depend if you play the game, you'll understand they are. Melmetal is you use your mystery box, you send your Pokemon to Pokemon Home or Let's Go Pikachu or Let's Go Eevee, and your mystery box then is unlocked, and you can get Meltans for an hour as a lure. So Melmetal in there makes absolute sense. Slacking's one of those that you stick in a gym, and it can be a gym protector, And then Mewtwo is iconic. Every time Mewtwo's in raids, everyone wants to get hold of Mewtwo. I was lucky enough to get another shiny Mewtwo this morning. So in a raid, and they've picked the right ones, and I love the fact that they've got each team's leaders in there as well as full art supporters. You've got Willow as well, who is the professor for Pokemon Go. So some great choices. Personally, I would have liked to have seen more special arts, maybe some CHRs, maybe even the team leaders with a Pokemon, but you don't see them with a particular Pokemon in the game. So that would be it would be
It's a
off.
dangerous game
Yeah,
to
a bit
start
dangerous.
playing.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean, personally, I like this set, but it's not big enough as far as the rarity of cards is concerned. I think we've been spoilt recently. Having 22 cards in here, it's like, it's like a mini set, almost, and it is a special set. Let's not get it wrong, so it's a seasonal special set. So, but looking at the cards, there's not Shining Legends, we had that Mewtwo, which was iconic,
It's true.
every set that's come out, high class or seasonal set, there's been something in there. I mean, Dragon Majesty might have been an exception, but pretty much every other set you've had an iconic card that people are chasing. In here, yeah, they've got a gold Mewtwo VSTAR, but is that really a chase card? I mean, the Mewtwo V special art potentially could be seen as one, but again, it's if you look at this impartially compared to other sets we've had released, there's no card that stands out for me here that I think, wow, I need that card. That's going to be iconic.
I understand. Yeah, I do really like the Mewtwo V special art. I think
Yeah.
that's really cool. The Conch Elder card. is a good nod towards the game, which is what the
Yes.
whole set is supposed to be. I think I was saying to Zach earlier, I think the problem we had is we saw all the special arts before the actual set came out.
Yep.
I think we were kind of hoping there'd be one or two more.
Yeah.
But it just turned out that it was the Conkeldurr and the Mewtwo. I'm not complaining about it. I think the set's a really nice mix of characters from the game and obviously the right Pokemon, as you said there, Taj.
Yeah.
And of course, we've got the Peely Ditto cards, which is a fantastic mechanic.
Yes.
Do we know which cards can be Peely Ditto cards yet?
Yeah, so there's Spinarak, I believe.
Numel,
Okay.
Bidoof.
And I think it was Soul Rock, I think. I'm not 100%
I think only those three.
Three, that was it.
Spinarak,
Because
Bidoof,
at the moment, it's only those three in the game that you can get as Ditto
Makes
as part of
sense.
this collaboration event.
I
I've been
see.
getting loads of Dittos from Bidoofs and Spinaraks. Got a shiny Ditto as well in the game from a Bidoof. So the way that they've done this collaboration, and they've got a 2-week event going on in the game, which ties in with the card game as well, is really cool. The way they've done it. So at the moment, there's a mission where you have to get Dragonite and Slacking, which are never seen out in the wild. You can catch them in the wild. They're part of a task you need to do. Mewtwo is currently in all the raids.
I'm checking now.
Yeah.
Let's see if there's a Dragonite around me. Or Slacking.
This is part of a Pokemon TCG crossover event, right?
Yes.
In the game. And that is officially, you can, if you are a Pokemon Go player, I'm sure you've heard it by now indeed, but it's part of a TCG crossover event. You can go there. There's many, like you said, raids and Pokemon you can catch. And that's what the STAR's talking about right now.
Yeah. So, and another thing that's interesting is there are code cards in the packs in Japan, as you can see, which you can use to redeem in-game to get you free items. And also, if you go to the Pokemon Center in Japan and show them that you've got the Pokemon Go game on your phone, you get exclusive stickers from the Pokemon Center in Japan. So they're really pushing this collaboration. So obviously with Niantic and the Pokemon card game, they're pushing people to try Pokemon Go because obviously it's a game that is part owned by the Pokemon company. So it's hugely beneficial for them to get new players interested in the game as well. But yeah, it's a great crossover, I think. And it's,
I think if I recall correctly, those codes are, you can use them 2 years. They are valid, the vouchers. And if I recall correctly, the English version is also, you get all the codes within the product itself. I don't know, you probably didn't know, but again, that's what I've seen.
Yeah.
There's some product out there, sadly. But it's all on one code, all the redeemable in-app codes.
Cool.
So, and this will valid 2 years. I think that's a very reasonable time to redeem those codes.
Yeah. And I've seen what you get for some of the codes, and some stuff, is slightly premium, others aren't. Like you get incubators and stuff which are a premium item which you don't get too often from some of the codes, and others are like max potions and max revives as well. So some people might find that useful, especially if you don't get a chance to raid too often or live near a gym or a Pokestop. Those code cards will definitely be useful for you.
Yeah. And speaking of this set, my opinion, I've ordered one box, and I think I will keep it at one box myself. I've got booster boxes coming, but I won't open it. I think this is not the set for me, sadly. I've expected way more. I overhyped the set more than I should. I think, again, Mewtwo is cool, but the Mewtwo could have been in any other set, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
It would have been succeeded elsewhere. And again, like you said, we are spoiled. I don't like those 3D CG SR cards. And when they showcased the special arts before the set released, I made an assumption, this is not the only one. They're probably going to give Melmetal because it's the Pokemon Go Pokemon. It was introduced in Pokemon Go first. Also got respect, and get a special art card. It didn't. Okay, then there's Dragonite, also a very, very popular Pokemon, probably as popular as Mewtwo. Also no special art. And it is consistent to all the other sets. Yes, I get it, but this is literally a special set.
Yeah.
And look at Dream League. They could have given it the Dream League treatment. They didn't. And I think that's the whole thing about the set, what I dislike. And yeah, good luck pulling that Mewtwo from one box. Yeah, sorry to say this, but yeah, it's not special to me.
Yeah.
Again, I get the collaboration. It's more targeted towards Pokemon Go players than it is for Pokemon card collectors.
Yeah.
I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What I think is a missed opportunity as well is that they could have used artwork from the load screens. So if you play
Yeah.
Pokemon Go,
Yeah.
they have had some stunning artwork over the years. When they
Exactly.
change the seasons and different events, the load screens, the artwork they do on the load screen has been stunning.
Yeah.
And they could have collaborated with some of those artists and maybe selected Pokemon in that style of that artwork. And I think personally that's a missed opportunity. So my chase cards from this are obviously the full art supporters, and they are so cheap in Japan at the moment that I've purchased all of them, including the rainbow versions, because I just thought there's no point in waiting because it's just super affordable as a set. The singles, the big chase cards is the Mewtwo special art.
Yeah, and you can get a double hit box as well. And I think I've not seen a double hit box where you can personally, I might be wrong. I've not seen a double hit box with 2 V cards. It always was an additional supporter card besides the super rare. So, or you get 2 super rare supporters or something like that. That might be the reason why it's so cheap, the supporter cards. But yeah, you get also 1 Radiant card guaranteed.
Yep.
Which is Eevee, Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise. And those are also reasonably priced. I've purchased 1 Radiant Eevee. That's the only card I've purchased from the set so far. But again, this is something that compared to Battle Region and Dark Phantasma, it is not, personally against my opinion, not my type of set. Yeah. And I hope this is not the thing is that there might be a part 2 of this set coming in the future, who knows. But personally, I would have seen it to be a one-off collaboration and a massive one for that as well, but it isn't massive. And again, they've put in a lot of money for marketing. Coming back to the whole stuff, throw in those 4 special arts. Why not? Go big. They didn't. Absolutely. That's the whole issue. Yeah.
What is interesting though is the promo packs that come with this set. It's quite evident that similar to the Pikachu VMAX we had in one of the previous sets, the Dragonite VSTAR is a lot harder to find than the other cards. So there's obviously the starters. You've got the 3 starters holding the gifts. You've got a Alolan Executor V. You've got the Melmetal V and the Dragonite V and the Dragonite V-Star. The Vs are definitely harder to find as well, but the V-Star is super hard to find. I think it's currently a $20 card in Japan, but I can quite easily see that going up because I think once people realize the rarity of it and how difficult it is to find, you might see the price spike on that one. So that's definitely the chase card from the promos. I love the Dragonite Kawaii artwork because it sort of complements the card in the set as well. So if you've got that pair, it looks really nice together.
Kawaii's really nailed both of those cards. 100%. We don't really get like many menacing Dragonite cards.
Yeah,
he always looks like just a sleepy dragon.
Yeah,
but as you know, because there's a special art of him sleeping. But yeah, these 2 cards are fantastic. I can't wait to see them.
Absolutely. So yeah, that's a saving grace. I think is that there are some stunning artwork in the set.
Yeah.
The Bidoof peelable, the peelable Ditto cards are a fantastic gimmick we've never seen before. You're guaranteed Mirror Foil Energy with the Pokemon Go stamp on it, which for Japanese card players is great because it gives them a new type of energy card that they can stick in their decks. But also from a collector's point of view, it's really nice to have stamped foil energy cards. So you're guaranteed one of those in each pack, and every pack's got a holo in it. And the holos of the Radiant fully evolved base starters look better than the actual Radiant cards, in my opinion. Apart from the Charizard, I think I prefer the Radiant Charizard, but the Venusaur and Blastoise holos look stunning. So there's some really good cards in this set to look forward to. And I know that, Ryan, yourself, you're going to be doing your Hunger Games streams for Kado Collectibles.
We are
as well. So yeah, keep an eye out for that as well.
That's going to be 3 boxes on Monday, and then another 3 on Tuesday. So we've got 6 boxes altogether, and 30 promo packs. So hopefully we do get the Dragonite VSTAR from the promo packs there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be a fun stream for sure.
For clarification, on Twitch, Kado Collectibles will open boxes and then they will list the singles immediately so you can buy it on their site. So if you live...
It is a super exciting Twitch experience, I have to admit. I take part in it as well. I watch the live stream, and I have my chase cards ready. I have the browser open and refreshing, pressing that
that's
F5
how you do
key.
it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got to have that F5 key. Your fingers.
I'm completely, because I'm obviously the one opening the boxes, and as Zach mentioned, as we pull the card, we put the link to the card on the site so people can go and buy it.
Yeah.
I'm the other side of the window. I'm never in the panic of trying to buy the card, so I don't know all the little tactics that people have of sort of like refreshing the browser.
But
I know that it's as you dubbed it there, the Hunger Games is what we call it.
Yeah, it's a bit of a joke between your community. So Ryan, the stream's done on British Gaming Twitch on behalf of Kado Collectibles. The community there is fantastic. So if you haven't been on one of the streams, go there. The chat's always lively. There's a good member of familiar faces from the community on Twitter. You will see on there having good chats and banter as well. And it is really interesting. And I've got a box coming from Kado Collectibles as well, which I'll be opening on a YouTube video. And I've got several
lovely
boxes.
Matt.
Oh, my lovely Kado Matt. And I've got some boxes coming directly from Japan as well. So I might open 1 or 2 boxes on top of that as well. Again, I'm not going to be opening mass amounts of this set. I think what I've probably ordered more than what I want, but I'll probably keep some sealed because this is probably going to be a nice set to reminisce on maybe in a year or 2 years, A bit like the Detective Pikachu to a certain extent was, Detective Pikachu was different. You open one box, you got the whole set. So you wouldn't really want to open another one.
They had 1 super rare, and we were happy.
And you were guaranteed that super rare in every box.
And we were happy with it. It says a lot, like how spoiled we've been. We've only got 22 in this set.
Exactly.
Rubbish.
I think Detective Pikachu was better on theme than Pokemon Go is.
Yes.
Because they literally took frames or similar frames out of the movie.
Yes.
And we had the V cards as well with the actual realistic Pokemon.
Yeah.
You're probably right, Zach.
It's better than Pokemon Go, in my opinion.
I think it was definitely better executed as a card game set. And like you said, we're spoiled now when we're moaning about what we're getting. Back then, we had one full art supporter.
Every box was the same, and people would sit watching multiple box openings of the same box being opened by different people.
Exactly.
It's no wonder that one didn't perform very well. That video.
Yeah. But no, absolutely. So yeah, great set. I mean, Pokemon Go set is out in Japan now, released yesterday, Friday, June the 17th. The English version of the game set releases on July the 1st. Some of the cards that are in the Japanese set are actual promos in English, so bear that in mind. Radiant Eevee, for example, is a promo. All the 3 team leaders are full arts, are promos, box for promos as well. So different way of them distributing stuff here. So I think in Japan, the only promos which are different are the Mewtwo promo that you get in the box, and obviously the Pikachu promo, Pikachu holding the gift, is with a file collection box as well. So great set, great artwork. Again, I think we've been spoiled in the past, which is why we're not seeing it for what it potentially is.
I think it's a great set. I think we will look back on it as a great set.
Yeah.
I think we just expected a little bit too much.
Yeah.
But I think they have executed it quite well.
Definitely.
And there are some really cool mechanics in there. And some of the cards like the Mewtwo special are really cool. I
Yeah.
think we will appreciate it in years to come.
Yeah. And I saw one of my friends pull a Lure module gold card, and it actually looks really nice. The color pops really nicely on that gold.
I don't want it.
So I think Ryan will probably pick. He'll probably pull the incubator gold card.
Oh no!
I'm calling it.
Okay, incubator gold. We'll see. We'll see on Monday, Taj. We'll see.
Conqueror V.
Oh, yeah.
Regular full art.
The regular super rare, excellent. And yeah, how many dittos is it per box, guys?
One.
Is it
One per
ditto.
box? Yeah.
guaranteed?
Yes.
Guaranteed?
I think you guaranteed one per box.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So yeah, that's it. I think that wraps up our podcast. So hopefully everyone's enjoyed it. So massive thank you to Ryan, as always, for joining us. As I said, you can check his content out at Brayish Gaming on Twitch and his YouTube channel as well, Brayish Gaming. And obviously check out his Storkader Collectibles. They do some amazing. They specialize purely in Japanese Pokemon cards. They're passionate collectors themselves. Adam and Ryan themselves. So they bring that to the community and get you cards at very, very affordable prices directly from Japan. So do check them out.
I'll make sure to increase the sponsorship next time, Ryan. Yes?
Yeah, sure. That's definitely something that happens. I'd like to say that Kado are actually at Hyper Japan Festival this year.
Yes.
If you don't mind me saying so. It is on the 22nd of July, and I think it's at the Evolution London. Fantastic event. Taj, you've been yourself.
Yep.
If you're a fan of Japan and Japanese stuff, there's something for everyone there. But we have a little stall there where we will have boxes of Pokemon cards and things like that. So I hope to see some people there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll be trying to make my way there as well. I have been several times in the past. It is a fantastic event for anyone loving Japanese culture. And if you want to catch me, I've got more content coming on my YouTube channel, PokéTaj. As well as I will try and get some more streams done on Twitch. I've not been very busy recently, many things going on. So I will get more Twitch streams arranged soon. But do check out my website as well, PokeTaj.com. Zakariya, do you want to close the podcast for us?
Yeah, I'll opening one box myself. I'll probably stream it. And it was a blast having you again, Ryan. Same to you,
thank you.
Tosh.
Thank you both for having me. Really like coming on the podcast. I'll come every time. If only I was asked.
Thank you, everyone, for listening and watching. We'll join you on the next podcast. Take care. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.